Lotus Roche Ignite Show. I am super happy to have you here today. So come on in and get in where you fit in, because I've always got room right around my table for you, your friends, and your frenemies. So go ahead, like, share, start a watch party, run and tell somebody that Lotus Roche Ignites is hot on the box. I'm going to encourage you, grab your notebook and grab your pen, because I always say note takers are money makers and note takers are change makers. We got her tonight. Maria Gibbons is here. Oh, the Ignite Show. Woo! Get ready, y'all. Hey, come on, Maria. Oh, yeah. Come on, y'all. Welcome to the show. Hey, and welcome to the show. Go ahead, tell your friends, come on in and get in where they fit in, because I always got room around my table for you and your friends. And you can also bring your frenemies. And so tonight, we're going to be talking about until it happens, right? Until it happens to you, you can expect the unexpected. And I've got a phenomenal guest with me tonight. She is Maria Gibbons. That's right. Y'all may know her from her evening show. It's called After Midnight with Maria. Now, listen, if you don't know her yet, you will know her after tonight, because we're going to get in here and get right and type. But before we get right and type, I want to always encourage you to get your notepad and get your pen. Why? Because note takers are money makers. And if you want to be a money maker and a change maker, you need to come on and get in where you're fitting, but bring your notepad and pen, because we want to help you win. And when you come in, let us know where you're streaming in from, so we can give you a woo-woo, so you can help ignite and take flight in every area of your life. And the people that can connect with you can ignite and take flight in the connection of your life. So come on in and get in where you fit in. And so before we start the show, I want you to know it's time to go ahead and get your beverage of choice. Get your beverage of choice. People are always asking me, Lolo, what you know, what you sipping on? We want to know. So I'm going to share with you what I'm sipping on, and you go ahead and get what you're sipping on. I got some good old water in the cup tonight. Get your Ignites cup and ignite and take flight. Ooh, that's what I'm talking about. You know, water is so good for us. It helps us with our cells. It helps to just make our skin look all beautiful. You know what I'm talking about. So go ahead and get your water in. And so listen, tonight, if you're just coming on the show, you're just getting right and tight. Tonight, we are going to have a wonderful show that's going to ignite you, because it's going to help you to really realize, until it happens to you, expect the unexpected. A lot of times we say, oh my God, what's coming next? A lot of us didn't know what was going to go on in the pandemic, but it happened, and we were not expecting it to happen. But guess what? It happened to us nonetheless, and we still maneuvered, we pivoted, and we prospered during the pandemic. And so tonight, I've got Maria Gibbons on the show with me tonight, and she's going to ignite and take flight in what? Until it happens to you, expect the unexpected in your life. And so look, I'm going to go ahead. We're going to pay some bills right quick before we get started, and I'm going to give you 30 seconds to go ahead, like, share, start a watch party, run and tell somebody that Lotus Roche is hot on the box. And guess what? I cannot be stopped, and neither can you. And that's why I'm coming to you to do what we do. So here goes. We'll be right back. Oh, shucks!
It's time for you to start bossing in social media. For all your social media needs, you come to the right place at the right time to get your website designed, landing page, social media platforms, and get the training you need to get in front of the people that's ready to buy your products and services. Let me train you with StreamYard, Zoom, Clubhouse, and much more. And let me help you get your virtual professionals, not assistants, because assistants can only assist you, but the virtual professional can give you that professional flavor that you need to expand your reach and increase your revenue. Jump on in and get in where you fit in and start boxing today.
Hey, and welcome back to the Lush Shade Night Show. I am super happy to have you here today. So come on in, and get in where you fit in, because I've always got room right around my table for you, your friends, and your frenemies. So go ahead, like, share, start a watch party, run and tell somebody that Lush Shade Nights is hot on the box. I'm going to encourage you, grab your notebook and grab your pen, because I always say note takers are money makers and note takers are change makers.
Hey, we got it tonight! Maria! Come on, y'all! Come on in! Woo! Come on, y'all! It's time to ignite and take flight in every area of your life. Hey! Ho! Hey! Y'all know I love it. I want y'all to welcome to this platform. Welcome to this show. Come on in and get in where you fit in. She's a show host. She's an aspiring author, and she's coming here tonight to help us to understand why we have to expect the unexpected until it happens to you. Welcome my guest, Miss Maria, also known as Artie Gibbons. Welcome her to the show. Hey! How you doing, lady?
Hey, I like that. I'm excited. I am overly excited. I am ecstatic right now.
Well, I am
So
super
glad to
happy to
be on
have
the show.
Well, I'm happy to have you. I know that you are a show host of Maria After Dark, and I know that you do some phenomenal
Yes.
things, and we're going to get into that as we go on the show. But please take a moment and tell our people some more about you, because you know you iron. You are iron, and guess what? You sharpen iron, okay? And so tonight, we just want to hear a little more about who you are.
Yes, I am originally from Florida. I'm now living in the Carolinas, and I was born and raised in Florida, actually the Sunshine State. Yes, that's right. But I have moved a couple different times in life because of the things that I have gone through in life, and that's what inspired me to person of motivating others for the things that I have gone through in my life. I'm so overly excited about being on the show today. It's so many people that have gone through so many things before this show is over tonight. You better get your friends, get your neighbors, look here, call your homeboys, your homegirls, call your mistress, and tell them to join the Lotus Rich Ignite show tonight, because before this night is over, you will not see things the same anymore. I can't hear. I can't hear. Volume.
Okay, I'm muted. So see, that's why I got such a powerful lady on the show with me tonight. So from Grand Block, Michigan, we got Dr. Sonia Robinson. Great evening to you. And we have Sam coming in from the Philippines. She says, great evening. And who else do we have, Maria? All right, she might be having a little technical difficulty. DC. So we got Angie from DC. Sam says, no takers or money makers. You bet that. You bet that. Watching from the Philippines. All right, you know I got to chime in. Welcome from France. Welcome from France. No takers or money makers. France. And who we got? Joanna from UK. Good to see you, Joanna. Happy that you are here. Good to see you. Oh, go ahead. Greetings. Go ahead, Sam. Sam said, got my hot cocoa with my Lotus Rocher mug. That's what I'm talking about. That's what you got to do. Dr. Johnny Vega is here with us. Dr. Johnny Vega, let us know where you coming in from. Dr. Sonia Robinson says hello. And we got Ken's from the Philippines. Hello. Happy that you're here. Scarlett is all the way from France. Good to see you. All right, fantastic. Carol Stewart, where you watching there from? We want to know. We got April Hopkins
Carol,
all the
my
way
sister.
Coming in. Good to see you from North Carolina. Yes. Marsha Gibbons, good to see you. Good to see you.
North Carolina.
Wow. Amber Nicole Smith, good to see you. This is her aunt. Amber Nicole Smith said, Amber. My aunt is in the house. So guess what? I'm in the house. So look, we're going to get right in and get her right in the hot seat because tonight, you know, we're talking about until it happens to you, expect the unexpected. So we're going right to Miss Gibbons. Maria, please share what inspired you to come to the show to talk about this topic, because a lot of unexpected stuff happened to people. And I'm sure some unexpected stuff happened to you, but a lot of us don't want to talk about it.
Yes, that is correct. That is correct. What inspired me to come to the show tonight and talk about expect the unexpected, because there's so many things that are happening right now and so many things that people are experiencing. Even before the coronavirus, a lot of people have been experiencing death and misfortunes in life and different situations, death in the family, you name it. People have gone through a lot and people are hurting and they need hope. They need somebody to encourage them and tell them you're going to be all right. You know, a lot of times we're so caught up in ourselves and the things that we go through until we forget that there's other people out there. It's always somebody going through that is worse than you. That's what I always hear old people say. That's right. But I'm here today to spread that good news. That's all I got for you is good news, babies. Good news. That's right. Because I want you to know that there is hope for tomorrow. If you still have breath in your body, then you still have another chance for your life to change. That's right.
Okay, I got you. All right, so thank you so much.
Okay.
I'm excited. While she talking, I'm like, yeah, go ahead, girl. So anyway, I had to mute my mic. But anyway, look, Maria has a show called Maria After Dark. And some of y'all might be saying, After Dark, what be going on after dark? Well, there's a lot that goes on after dark. A lot of times people can't even sleep after dark because they're worried, they're frustrated, they got concerns, or they just feeling so great and they want to share it with somebody. They got some good news. And Maria After Dark helps to illuminate that. So can you tell people a little bit about your show, Maria After Dark, what it is?
Yes, I can. Maria, you roll your tongue when you say it, baby. Maria After Dark, that's right. I come on at nighttime. Maria, that's it. You roll your tongue. That's right. So I come on and I was compelled to do videos. And as I was doing them, basically during the daytime or every little break that I get, on the way to the job. I would get there early sometimes just so that I could put out the good news. I was compelled because of the things that I was going through. And just like you mentioned, there are times at night where, y'all ever been to where you just couldn't sleep? And the reason that you couldn't sleep is because you're always thinking. And the reason you're thinking is because you're going through so much and so much is going on and you want it all to slow down. So as I was inspired to do the videos, and I was doing them during the daytime, doing break or whatever chance that I had to put out good news, which is a result of something that I do out in the streets. And whenever I have the opportunity to encourage one, whether it be on Messenger, whether it be in the streets, whether it be in the church, whether it be wherever it is, because the message that I have, it is definitely universal. It's not just for the church folk, baby. It's out for those that are out on the street. It's for those that are considering themselves misfits. It's for those that consider themselves rejects. It's for the word. It's for those that have voids in their life. So Maria After Dark came to inspire and to touch subjects that were a lot of time uncomfortable, topics that we don't want to talk about. Lotus, you understand? As
Yes.
a people,
Yes.
sometimes we don't want to talk about certain things because it's so uncomfortable for us. But I came to reveal. That's right. I came to reveal what is in the heart so that we can all allow our lives to evolve. Maria After Dark comes to bring hope to you, even when you get off from work. Because I find out when people get off from work, Lotus, then they be trying to calm down, you know what I'm saying? While they trying to
Yes.
wind down, that's a good time to throw in some good news and help excite them and get them ready for the next day. That's right.
Amen. Awesome. I
I'm
love it.
so
I love it.
I'm Lotus. I've been waiting on this show my whole life. This is an opportunity of a lifetime that I've been waiting my whole life to make moves and to out and spread my message. I'm very okay. Let you talk a little bit because I'm getting a little bit fired up. Somebody
No,
say it's gonna be a
no,
little fire out there today. Get your
that's
fire
right.
extinguishers. It's gonna be a little fire ignited tonight.
That's right. So look, if you like what she's saying, because a lot of you out there are sharing this message in your own broadcast, in your own life. We got the poet Jemijah Jubilee on here, beloved. She shares this in her poetry. Charlene Sparks, you share this in everything you do. And so many more of you on here, you share this type of energy and positivity. Dr. Robinson is sharing it in the International Day of Mastering Conversations That Matter, April 17th. And we're going to talk about that later. But look, if you love what she's sharing so far, put an L. Put an L. Give us some love. Give us some love. Go ahead. Type in your phone. Give us some thumbs up. Give us some hearts. And we going to the next question because, like she said, it's about to get fire in here tonight because a lot of people don't want to talk about this.
It's about to get hot up in here.
A lot of people don't want to say, look,
Mm-hmm.
I had some unexpected stuff happen
That's
to me.
right.
So I lost my home. I lost my bank account. I lost my business. I almost lost my life. So let's get down to the get down. So we know
All
about
right.
Maria After Dark. We know
To the
that you
get
try
down.
to, not that you try, but you bring inspiration to people. And like I say, hey, I bring inspiration to every nation. And tonight I have Maria Gibbons on here with me, bringing inspiration to every nation. So if you have not liked, share, start a watch party, like, share, start a watch party, and run and tell somebody, what are you waiting for? This is your time because we're about to get right to the next question. So Maria, should we give them 30
That's right.
seconds to like, share, and start a watch party and then tell us who you share this with? What you think, Maria?
Yeah.
Give them 30 seconds. Here
Yeah.
goes. You expect the unexpected. That's what I'm talking about. So let's get right into it. So Maria, I know that at night when people are having issues, you're talking on your show after dark on the Maria After Dark show. Now, I know also that you have
Yes.
another thing that you do. You give, let me put it this way, you devote like 5 minutes of your time to talk to people on
Yes, I do.
your show, and you bring a message of hope. What
Mm.
inspired you to do that? Because I know you personally,
Yes.
and I've known you for a number of years, and I know you're a very busy lady,
That's right.
but you take time out of your busy life for people. What
Yes.
inspired you to do that?
What inspired me to do the 5 minute broadcast is a lot of times people are on their way to work or right in the middle of what they're doing, and the 5 minutes is just like one day I was just talking and speaking, and all of a sudden just an energy came over me, and the different ones around me, it began to seems like it began to get contagious, and those different ones were marking me, but it was because I was just energized because of the things that I go through. And I was like, why don't I just call it the 5 minute broadcast? Because in 5 good minutes, that's enough time to take out your day to where you can hear some good news, because you know you need encouragement. You know all the stuff that you done been through. You know it's always good to hear good news, and that's what I got for you. That's right. I ain't got nothing bad to say. All I got is good old news for you. So the 5 minute broadcast is just a type of me igniting. You know what I'm saying? And that's explosive words. And I put it in the 5 minutes because I know usually people can at least steal away for 5 minutes and to get some good news.
Awesome, awesome. I love it. I love that you spread good news. But this is what I also love
And it only
about you.
takes 5 minutes. And I always say it
Yes,
takes 5 minutes, 5 minutes. That's right.
yes. This is what I also love about you, because you are so
Hmm.
transparent. And I
Hmm.
know a couple of weeks ago you got back on and you talked about some of the struggles that you have faced in your life and what it took to get you to keep moving forward.
Hmm.
So, can you share with us the struggle and then the triumph?
Hmm. Yes. Yes. Let's talk about that, Lotus. Let's do that. Well, I was a married lady at one time, like a lot of you out there, and I never figured, I never thought that I would be the one that end up divorced. So I end up being a divorced lady, and through my divorce, here comes the struggles that come with being a single parent. You understand? So as I my world began to change, and things took place that I never expected. And that's why I say expected unexpected, because things bad can happen in your life, but as a result of the things that bad happen, good things can come out of that. So in my struggle and in my going through, and my trials and my troubles and the things that I went through that were I felt like was taking me down. I was losing things left and right, and didn't have any friends anywhere, didn't have nobody to turn to. And I became like, for those of you that read the Bible, David said, when I didn't have nobody else, guess what? I encouraged myself. That is right. So I felt like I was going down, and I hadn't been in that single life like a lot of you. I hadn't been in that single life. I didn't know what it was like to be single. I was married for a long time, might I say. And I found myself divorced and struggling, trying to raise three children, by myself, which their dad is in their life, and he always will be. I never pull that away from, regardless of what we go through. I never denied him his children, in spite of the things that we went through, because I didn't want to take for them from them while I was going through. And a lot of time bitterness and everything, set in while we're going through things and we get bitter towards other people and bitter towards the people that we've gone through. But you know what? You can't let that set in your heart. You understand? You got to be
Yep.
able to excel and get past. So that's what I had to do. And through my trials and troubles, I began to find strength. Where from, Maria? Ask me, where did you find strength from, girl? I found strength from deep in within my soul and my heart and in my gut. And I pulled up strength that I did not know that I had. And from there, I began to slowly realize, oh my God, I have this on the inside. A lot of us from a young age, we've been taught certain words of wisdom from our older parents and our ancestors and our grandparents and our parents, step parents and all and our even immediate parents. We have been taught, you know, certain things and taught the way and the way the things that they have taught us. Guess what? It goes nowhere. It's right there inside. All you got to do is reach inside when you need wisdom. You understand? When you need wisdom, somebody say, when I need wisdom, because see, I like for you to talk to me. I don't want to stand up here
Yes.
and be talking about myself, Lotus. I like for y'all to talk to me.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. So, yes, when I was going through things, I reached way down inside and I pulled it up and I pulled myself up a lot of time from the gates of hell. That's right. The things that I was going through, you understand. I thought nobody, see, y'all want me to turn up today. I ain't finna turn. Y'all want me to tune up. I ain't tuning up on y'all tonight.
Turn up, turn up.
Hey,
Let them know. Let
that's
them
right.
know.
So it's just through the trials and things that I've gone through, man, I began to pull strength that I did not know that I had. And I thought that thumbs were down on me because of things that I experienced. And I felt all alone and nobody to turn to, Lotus. And you guess what? I
Yep.
reached down with inside and I pulled from what I did not. There was a well down in there. You understand? It was a well down on the inside of me, baby. And I reached down and I pulled myself out of so many situations that I never figured I could come out. I'm not supposed to be here today. I'm supposed to have a nervous breakdown. The things that I went through
Wow.
and the things that I've seen people go through. Some of them in the crazy house, some of them in 6 feet under. And yet I'm here to share this good news. Now,
Yes.
isn't that a reason to be inspired? Isn't that a reason to want to tell somebody that there is hope in spite of the things that you've gone through? I know there's a lot of single women out there, and I know you listen to what I'm saying. Guess what? That's not the end of the world, and the Lord has somebody for you. There is somebody out there
Yes.
for you. If you desire a mate, there's somebody. Don't give up hope. Don't give up hope. Hold your head up. Keep your head up no matter what you go through. That's right. Y'all
Love
know
it.
I get fired up. You understand? I get fired up. That's right. Because I know that the things that I've gone through it's not for naught. Because you know, when you go through stuff, Lotus, a lot of times you're like, well, why am I going through this? The things that you got a big question mark on your forehead. Well, why this and why that? You know, we just got a song about why, you know what I'm saying? But you know what? You can erase the questions because everything that you go through, somebody say that with me. Everything. Come on, say it with me.
Everything.
Everything that I go through.
Let's put an E. Put an E in the comment. Put an E in the comment. The E look like this, y'all. Put an E in the comment.
All
Everything. Go
right.
ahead. Tell us, Maria. Tell us.
That's right. That's right. That's right. Everything that I go through is for a reason. That's right. It's a reason. Everything that you go through in life, even it may be stair steps that you're taking. It seems like you're going slow and you look around sometimes and it seems like everybody's ahead of you. Seems like you look at the Joneses and the Joneses are doing good. You look over here right to the Camerons and they seem to be doing good. And you look over here at Marion and you look at Tony and you look at everybody else and seem like everybody's surpassing you. And you're looking, why? What happened to me? And you're feeling like a misfit. You feel like an oddball because, you know, it seems like you just can't fit in with everybody else. But I'm here to tell you there is a reason that everything that you have gone through and everything that you have going through, and after all that you have gone through, there's a silver lining. Can I tell you a little
Yes.
story real quick? When I met
Yes.
my ex, the one that I was married to, I don't have bad things to say about him. The Lord had me and him to be together for that period of time so that these children that I have maybe are here today. There's a reason for everything, you see. So when I met him, before we ever married, he sung this song. He came to the church that I went to. You know, that's how they try to get y'all, ain't it? They come to the church. That's the first thing they mean.
Come to
I know
church.
I like this girl. I want to marry. I want to be with her. That's what they do, ain't it, Lotus? Let
That's
me
what they
go
do.
ahead on and make some moves. So he came to my church, y'all. And we came to the church. He ain't just come to the church, Lotus. He came and I mean, he sung. You hear me? And I was already trying to do a little humming my own self, you know. But
Yes.
he got in his church and he sung this song. Behind every dark cloud. I ain't gonna give you too much, y'all. But there's a silver lining
Lining.
behind the dark clouds, behind everything that you go through. Guess what? There is a silver lining. So that's all y'all want you to know. That there is hope if you got breath in your body. I'll say it again and again and again. If you got breath in your body, then that's a sign to you that it's another chance for you. And I want you to realize what your purpose is. The main reason that I do what I do, because I want you to realize what everybody on this earth has a purpose. And that's where you want to be, in the middle, in the center of your purpose.
Woo!
That's right.
Wow. Realize your purpose, folks, and
Come
walk
on
in it.
with it, Lotus.
And
Come on now.
know that behind everything you go through, there is a silver lining. Wow. I told y'all she was fired. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to come back. But before we do that, I'm going to drop this nugget on you. If you are fired up, if you are ready to walk in your purpose, realize your purpose, and know that everything you've gone through, there is a silver lining. Put an M for Maria. Maria. Put an M in the comment block, and we'll be right back, because I want to share
Come
with
on
you
now.
this International Day of Mastering Conversations that's coming up. And we're going to take a 2-minute quick break, and we coming right back. So here you go. Get in where you fit, and we'll be right back. All right, folks, we got an upcoming event, and I want you to know about it. So here goes. Check it out. Conversations that matter.
I am Dr. Juma Nation, a civility and peace ambassador from.
All right, y'all can't hear that, but I'm going to change some things around so that you can hear it. This is something that you got to know beyond knowing, because this is coming up. It's incredible. So we're going to start it right over again. Here goes. You ready? I'm ready. Here we go. Oh, yeah, folks. It's the International Day of Mastering Conversations That Matter, starting April 17th. Come on, John. Tell us about it. Hey. Mastering Conversations That Matters.
I am Dr. Juma Nation, a civility and peace ambassador from Nairobi, Kenya. I'm so excited as we reflect and celebrate the power of conversation and how communication has really changed and shaped the world since the pandemic. I must admit that the crisis presented to us a sophisticated opportunity that makes us appreciate how we communicate to one another individually, of course, communally, and even nationally. One interesting thing is that the online communication really inspired connectivity as much as it denied us the opportunity of our physical presence to one another. And that's why no matter where you are, what your race is, which city you dwell in, my challenge today as we celebrate communication and conversation and the power therein, my challenge remains this one. No matter the situation, no matter the turmoil you encounter or encountered by you as an individual, by you as a family, by you as a leader, I want to challenge that You need to learn to keep your confession of faith clean. Your conversation must be seasoned with dignity, with respectful engagement. And that's the essence of celebrating the power of conversation, or the power in conversation. I want to end up by saying this: your mind is correlated with your mouth, and therefore I encourage you, think before you speak, anytime, every time, to wherever you are with.
Are right back in it to win it. I want to thank all of you. Make sure you join us on April 17th because it is going to be sensational. And tonight we have the remarkable, the dynamic, the incredible Maria Gibbons here on our show tonight as we talk about until it happens to you, expect the unexpected. And Maria, as we get right back into it, I asked the folks, hey, as we go to break, give us some love, show us some M's, and we got several M's coming in, and they're still rolling in from people all over the world. We got, look, Marsha Givens said, she put a whole bunch of M's in there. That's what I'm talking about. Amber got her M in there. Tamika, Corice, I hope I'm saying that right. Dr. Robinson actually is the creator of what you just saw on the screen. She's here with us, and everybody, they're getting their M's in. So thank you. Hello, Karen KJ. We happy to see you. And so we're going to keep this thing rolling. So as you know, tonight, my phenomenal guest is here with us by way of Florida / North Carolina. So all of you that's here from Florida, give us an F. And all of y'all that's here from North Carolina, give us an N. And those of you that know her from Augusta, Georgia, go ahead and give us an A. That's what I got to say. And so we're going to get right into this thing tonight. We are here with the remarkable show host, aspiring author, Miss Maria Gibbons. And we are talking about until it happens to you. You know, you just need to expect the unexpected. And tonight she has shared with us about the time when she went through divorce. She was raising 3 children all by herself. She never thought that she would have to go through a divorce. But what she learned from being divorced, a single parent, she is being very transparent, and she's sharing it with us here tonight. So let's kick out the next question.
Yeah.
What inspired you? Because I know you do your show 5 minutes where you talk to people all over the world, and you shared with us tonight about what inspired you to do that. But let me ask you this. I know you leaned on God when you went through your divorce and you were raising your 3 children. And I know personally you had like 100 jobs. You was working, you was taking care of the girls, you was taking care of yourself, and you always had time to smile and give someone some good news. How did you do that? I know you said you had to go inside. There's a well springing up inside. But how did you do that through all the stuff you've been through?
Well, I learned early in life that there is a higher power, and that I'm not my own. The way that I think, the things that I do, and that I was uniquely made. But at the time that I was coming up, I didn't quite understand, the uniqueness and what had been put in me, and how that I was the way that I were. So I would say a lot of inspiration comes from the way that I was raised. My mom was also a single parent. I remember her being married, but I also remember a time where she was single in her life. And so I remember my mom was such a strong woman until I watched her go through things, even when times where it seems like, Lotus, that she couldn't pay the bills, y'all. It was times it seemed like the money just wasn't there, and it was quite a few of us that she had. It was quite a few of us, and so just to watch her go through the things that she went through, and she always found a way out. She always found a way of hope, no matter what she went through. It's just always, everything is going to be all right. She was just assured that things was going to be all right. You understand? And
Yes.
that probably comes from her mother that was raised pretty much the same way. So I guess the strength that was given me, and that's why I speak sometimes. It's the sublime things that we don't understand and that we don't know about ourselves and about our lives, and the way that our lives were already shaped and formed before we ever knew anything about it. And we have a purpose for being here, and everyone has a purpose. That's right. And so that was the beginning of my opening my eyes, is when I began to realize that there was a purpose for my life, because there was a time that I went through so much, you guys. There was time that I went through so much. What was her name? Sonya. There was a time that I went through so much, Mr. Robinson. There was a time that I went through so much that I didn't understand. God, I don't have a purpose. I felt so void and alone, and the things that I went through. And once I began to, they say one water the seed, and then you got somebody else that they plant the seed. And so you have different people in your life that plant and that place um, wisdom in your life. And a lot of times you don't really understand it until you begin to blossom as your life and the things that you go through. And you have to go through. It's just like fine gold. You have to go through in order to be proven. You got to prove it's not coming. This type of anointing, this type of thing, this type of wisdom and sharing the word. And they got to a point. Notice I got so full and so full until I didn't have a name. They couldn't give me a title. I went through so much until some tried to call me a teacher, some called me a preacher, some called me a reacher. They didn't know what to call me. And I just say, just call me Maria, because Maria is the one that no matter what I've gone through, I would talk to myself and tell myself. I talk to myself. I'd be like, Maria, okay, girl, you're gonna make it. Maria, okay, this right here
Yes.
is pretty hard, but you're gonna make it through it. Okay, yeah, because some say you don't talk to yourself and you might answer. I might have answered a couple of times too, y'all. But you know what? In my going through and in my being tried, I'm saying, just like fine gold, and in I begin to be polished. You understand? Your trials is to make you for who you are. We don't want to go through nothing because we think we want everything to fall in our lap. You understand? But I wasn't born with a silver spoon, and I learned that through the trials and things that I gone through. So, so my motivation and a lot of my inspiration come from what was put in me as a child. You understand? When I was talking to one of my younger siblings today, she has a twin, and they're like the opposite of each other. He's, matter of fact, he's on here, and she may be on here too. I got my family on here, my children on here. That's right, because they know I speak from the heart,
Yes.
and I got their full support, because we need the village, don't we? We need our
Yes. We
family.
need
We
it.
need other people to put into our lives. You understand? And yes, we need other folks to put into our lives. So you know, so through the things that I was going through, different ones have placed into my life. And as I begin to go through things, I begin to understand more and more that there is a reason. And it just, the things I went through, it just draw people to me. Sometimes, y'all, I would just go out on the street and people just want to talk to me. You know what I'm saying? People be like, it's just something about you. I just feel like I can just say what I need to say. I just feel
Yep.
like nobody else is, you're not going to tell anybody else. And because of the things that I went through, some things you be embarrassed. Y'all ever been embarrassed? Come on, talk to me. Say yes. If you ever been
Yep.
embarrassed because you don't went through so much, then say yes. Put yes for
Put a
Y
yes
for
in
yes.
there.
You can go through so much until you be embarrassing. Yes, isn't that right? You ever been that low to where you've been through so much and you're like,
Yes.
oh my God, you know? So I'm gonna leave that alone. bit embarrassed. Don't look like nobody else around me is going through that. That's the big talk. You understand? When you've gone
Yes.
through so much and it seems like you can't get it right and everybody around you seems to be doing good, then that's the time that you find out your purpose. That's when you find out as you go through and you're being polished. You find out it comes with a cost. And as you go through your trials and begin to find out your purpose, because that's what it's all for, just so you can find out who you are. And let me tell you something. I said this in a post about a few weeks ago, and I want you, everybody that is watching the Lotus
Rashay Ignite Show.
Ignite show today, I want to tell you right now that you matter. That's right. That's all people want to know. You matter. Nothing that you have gone through is for nothing. There is somebody out there that cares about you. That's right. Okay, I'm gonna let her talk a little more. I tell you, I'm excited. I am so excited. You matter. That's it. You matter. That's all people need to know. You matter. You know what I'm saying? If you
Yes.
was born a midget, if you was born a misfit, if you was born with one arm and one leg, guess what? You matter. And I'd like to give a special kudos to the veterans out there, because a lot of times it seems like the people that you don't see, people just forget about them. You understand?
Yep.
Just because they don't understand that behind closed doors, a lot of times that's where your strength lies. I also talked a few weeks ago about it's the things that you don't see, Lord. It's the things that you don't see that are eternal. The things that you do see are temporary. But the things that you don't see are the things that are eternal. And those are the things that we reach for. And that's where we get our faith. And that's where we get our encouragement. And that's where we get our strength to stand up against the hardest storms and do like those palm trees. You might go through a little storm, Lotus, but you know what?
Yes.
After the storm is over, what that palm tree do? It bounced right back. Oh my God. Why don't somebody say that with me? Let's bounce right back.
Let's bounce right back. Let's bounce right back. Awesome.
That's right.
So put a BB in the comment if you trying to bounce right back. If you bouncing right back, and I see some of the sisters on here from Sisters Bouncing Back. If you bouncing back, go ahead and put a bounce right back in the comment, or BB if you don't feel like typing. I see them coming in because people are bouncing back. People know that you don't have to stop. You can prosper through your pain. You can prosper through this pandemic that ain't through with us yet, but you can keep bouncing back and moving forward.
Right.
I see Hillary Gooden, my co-host from News You Could Use, from Chi-Town. She said, let's bounce right back. That's right. That's right. And I think Angie put bouncing forward, so you don't have to just bounce in place. You can bounce forward into the prosperity that God is calling you into. And I see Carrie said, BRB, baby, BRB. That's what I'm talking about. Cedric, we see you. Ruthie Pride, BB. Cedric is putting stuff in for himself and for other people that's saying, yes, Cedric, put that in for me too. That's what I'm talking about, because it does take a village. We need a village because you matter. So look, we're going to take a quick break and we're going to come right back.
Yes.
I'm telling you, she is hot on the box. I told y'all she was bringing fire. We are almost at the top of the hour. So if you have a question, if you have a comment, go ahead and put it in the comment. And when we come back, we're going to give ourselves a few minutes to talk to you about whatever question that you have, whatever you're going through, and you want to connect with Maria. You don't have to wait till after midnight. You can connect with her right now and get right in tight.
Yes.
And we're going to be right back because this show is dynamite. Be right back. Maria! Gibbons on the box tonight. Hey, and welcome back to the Lotus Rashay Ignite Show. I am super happy to have you here today. So come on in and get in where you fit in, because I've always got room right around my table for you, your friends, and your frenemies. So go ahead, like, share, start a watch party. Run and tell somebody that Lunch with Shay Ignites is hot on the box. I'm going to encourage you, grab your notebook and grab your pen, because I always say, no takers are money makers and no takers are change makers. Change makers.
Let's go.
International Day of Mastering Conversations. Hey, it's that time.
Good day. My name is Ali Etarnishi. I'm originally from Morocco, North Africa. I live in Moncton, New Brunswick, Canada, North America. The International Day of Conversation That Matter. What a great idea. What a good timing actually for it. Because what we are missing is conversation. A deep, meaningful conversation. Because there's a lot of things that need to be expressed. There's a lot of things that need to be heard by everyone if we have a conversation. It starts with raising awareness, because when we raise awareness, it leads to dialogue, it leads to conversation, and conversation leads to what? Lead to understanding. And when we understand, guess what? We change the world. And when we change the world, instead of focusing on why this is happening, we start focusing on what shall we do as a human being. We start focusing on, let's be the change that we want to see in the world. We start focusing on, instead of facing the fear and letting the fear control us, because fear say, what if? But faith say, even if. And in the Holy Quran, it said God will not change the condition of people until they change themselves. So let's focus on what matters. Let's have a deep conversation. Let's have a dialogue to change the world with one conversation at a time. This is Ali Tarnishi. Let's focus on a meaningful conversation.
Communication mastery. With ICN World Civility. Join us. Come on in. Hey, and welcome back to Lunch with Shay Ignite Show. I am super happy to have you here today. So come on in and get in where you fit in, because I've always got room right around my table for you, your friends, and your frenemies. So go ahead, like, share, start a watch party. Run and tell somebody that Lunch with Shay Ignites is hot on the box. I'm going to encourage you, grab your notebook and grab your pen, because I always say, no takers are money makers and no takers are change makers. Woo! Hey, we got a hit tonight, y'all. Here with us to help you ignite and take flight in every area of your life. Woo! Let's go. Hey, ho. What you know, baby? All right, we are back. We are just past the top of the hour. We're going to wrap this thing up, but not before we get your questions and get your comments, because I see several people, you have comments up there. And I tell you, Sonia Robinson, she said, your trials and tribulations are preparing you for life. And that is so true. And I got to say, Sonia also said, Miss Maria, she was a strong woman. God has a purpose for each and every one. That's right. God has a purpose for each and every one. And let's roll on down to some of these questions, Maria. And they coming right to you, because look, we about to put you in the hot seat. Hold up a second. Cedric Cedric is my husband that passed. My phone is dying. I'm using my tablet, which has his profile. I got you. She said, by any means necessary. She coming. Conversation that matters. Awesome movement. Yes, it is. And I got this here. I got a question or a comment. Okay, here we go. This is some secret sauce, y'all. This is some secret sauce that Tamika is about to share in regard to Maria Gibbons. So here we go. Maria, would you like to read this or would you like me to read it?
You can read it.
All right. She put me to work, y'all. She put me in the hot seat. So Tamika Harper Wallace, thank you for saying what you said. She said, I personally saw you, she's talking about Maria, walk through some dark times, and I am amazed at your strength. The compassion and love you still have for people is mind-blowing. I am currently facing some dark times in my life. What advice would you give me to help me keep myself grounded?
Well, Tamika, thank you so much for that question. And to answer your question, yes, we have gone through some dark times, I tell you, together. And one thing that I would say is to just understand that regardless to how hard it appears to be and how hard it seems, just keep holding on. Don't let go. And when you fall, because we're going to make mistakes, we're going to make wrong decisions. Wrong things are going to happen bad things are going to happen to good people sometime. But you just got to understand, in spite of all this, your purpose is it's your purpose that is growing inside of you. That's right. So this is regardless to what you go through, just don't ever give up, because you know what? You have not lost a race until you have not failed until you give up. You understand? As long as I don't care if you're moving like a turtle. I don't care if you're moving like a snail. It's like sometimes it just seems like you're just barely creeping and barely making. As long as you are moving, you know what, forward, then you are what? You are winning. And I want to tell you right now, Tamika, you are winning. That's right. You are a powerful woman, and there is power and strength on the inside of you. And yes, you have gone through a lot, but guess what? There's so much that you have gained through going through the things that you have gone through. And guess what? It's so much more good to come. You know, you say, Maria, how do you know? Girl, how do you know there's so much more good to come? You know because you're still breathing. And as long as you're breathing, then that's a sign to you that there's still hope. And that's a sign to you that things could change for the better. The unexpected. You're not expecting a big check in the mail, but guess what? At some point in time in your life begins to evolve. And as your life begins to evolve, that's when the unexpected begins to happen in your life. And that's what I want each and every one of you to know. I know some of us have gone through some dark, hard times, and sometimes you feel like there is no hope and there is no light to the end of the tunnel. But you know what? As long as you are moving forward, you are what? You are winning. Let's say it's small, spring forward and fall backward. So when you spring forward. You know what I'm saying? Just like that sprinter that's on the track. I ran track back in the days, and you might look at me now and say, girl, you ain't look like you ran no track. Where your muscles at? You know what I'm saying? Because this was years ago. But guess what? I remember when we were running, and we were running the fast. I ran the 440, the 880, the 220, and the 100. But I didn't stay with anything too long. But as I was running on that track, I remember when I did the 100-yard dash, and I don't want to be last. I don't want to be last. So I'm sprinting. And while I'm sprinting, I might start up back to the back. But before I know it, I got one behind me. Then I got two behind me. Next thing I know, I got three behind me. And before I know it, it's time to win. And I do what? I lean forward. So in your trials, to everyone that is going through things, just lean forward. That's right. What do you mean by that, girl? What do you mean by lean forward? What are you saying? What are you talking about? I mean, just keep your eyes on the prize. Keep your eyes in front of you. Don't look behind. When you look behind, that's when you begin to lose ground. That's why when you see them running on the track, they don't look back. They don't even look back when they get the baton. They reach behind them. They grab the baton, and what do they do? Pressing forward. So that's my encouragement to you and to those that are listening. No matter if you seem like you're losing, you're not losing. You're still in the race. You're still, as long as you're pressing forward, you're winning. You're not failing, you're winning. And my word to you today is just understand, even though it seems hard, even though we cry sometimes, go ahead and get it out. Y'all want me to preach again. See, they done get me stirred up. I was trying to calm down. They finna get me stirred up, Tamika. What you trying to do, girl? This is what I'm trying to tell y'all. Let it out. No matter what you go through. That sometimes you go through so much and it seems like you can't take anymore. You be ready to throw up your hands, but you know what? Let it out. If you gotta cry sometime, guess what? Go ahead and cry. If you gotta sigh sometimes, go ahead and sigh. If you gotta, whatever you gotta do to get through your trials. Sometimes you gotta sing through your trials. Sometimes I go through stuff and I find myself just singing. You know what I'm saying? Just sing your way through. Sometimes I dance a little bit. The other day I got a little bit excited, and my kids, they all know how I explode. They all know how I ignite, like Lotus say. That's right. So some good news came across, and to me, and me and my daughter was in the car, and I parked the car, baby. She parked the car, and I said, let me just get my little happy dance on. You understand? So that's all you got to do. You say, well, why am I doing this? Because of what's going and what's about to happen. Expect the unexpected. You are in the right place at the right time, Tamika, for things to change in your life. You are at the right time. Perfect timing. That's right. Impeccable timing in your life right now for you
Yes.
to expect the unexpected, because the stage is set for you to receive. That's right. Because you know what? When we give up, when we finally say, Lord, I just can't do no more, that's all he was waiting on you to say. Now it's time for me to make my moves. Now it's time for things to change in their life. Because you know what? We think that we be doing things, but once you get to the point to where you ain't got no more strength, Lois, and you can't do nothing else, and you throw up your hands, I'm
Yep.
through with it, then that's the time that
Yep.
miracles happen. That's the time for your life to change. I know we got to wrap it up. So I would say to you, keep pressing forward and expect. That's what I'm telling you. Anybody in that position right now, I want you to do like this. Just look for it. Expect the unexpected. This week, some might get some blessings this week. Some might get some blessings next week. Guess what? And I ain't talking about the stimulus check. Just be prepared to expect the unexpected, because it's going to happen.
It's going to happen. And look, everyone
Woo!
out there, we have had a wonderful time. Look, y'all need to connect with her.
Yes, yes.
Um, get with her, bring her on your shows. I'm telling you, she's fire. She's amazing. And listen, those of you that need to connect for your purpose and your passion, don't forget to connect with her. And look, support my channel, please. You can support me via Zelle. It's showing right down there. Support me via Zelle. You can hit me up on PayPal. You can hit me up on Cash App. But no matter how you hit me up with love, okay? Because that's what the world needs more of. Because, like she said earlier, I got to tell you, it takes a village. It takes a village for all of us to grow. And y'all, we have been fired up here tonight with my friend Maria. And make sure you catch her show after dark. So, Maria, before we go to a quick break, I know that you are an aspiring author. I know you're going to have a book coming up. Can you tell us a little bit about what your books are intended to do?
Yes. I tell you, there was a time in my life that I was it's so much that has gone on in my life, and my book is to inspire those that have gone through. And at one time in my life, a lot of you may not know the untold story of I was actually a preacher's wife. Yes, I was the first lady. And so that the experiences that I've gone through and yet triumph, I want to inspire those that have gone through situations. And there's so many preachers and people and teachers that have gone through things, and I want to inspire those that have gone through. So in my telling my story of how I triumphed, those hard times, those sad times, those lonely times, I want to inspire others through the things that I've been through.
That's awesome. And you just helping people all around the world. And we so happy to have you here. And a lot of people are saying yes, amen, sending some love to you. So we thank you all so much. We're going to take a quick break. And then we're
Thank you
going
for
to
the
come
love.
right back. We're going to come right back with our final words of wisdom. And I want to thank each and every one of you for staying around. And I also want to share this with you. We've played a couple of times, a couple of commercials telling you guys about conversations that matter. This is a live broadcast coming April 17th, 2021. And I'm hoping that my girl, Maria, will also be one of the ones that we welcome to this stage. And this is an inspired creation by Dr. Sonia Robinson. She is amazing. She's got a wonderful proclamation. She's going to tell you about that when you join us on the live broadcast April 17th. And of course, she is co-hosted by our friend Dr. Johnny Vega, along with a lot of us that's going to be talking on this platform about how has communication changed the world since the pandemic. And I know right here, right now, this is one reason why Miss Maria and I are talking about this tonight, because you got to expect the unexpected, because nobody expected the pandemic. So Dr. Sonia Robinson and Dr. Johnny Vega are going to be talking about how has communication changed the world since the pandemic. Professor Vernette Joseph, he's going to be there. Joe Gray is going to be there. Dominique Jordan is going to be there. And of course, me, Dr. Lotus Richey, we are all going to be there talking about this broadcast. So as we go to this quick break, and that was like a super duper quick break, folks, make sure you join us there on April 17th. And we're going to take a quick break. We're going to come right back. So don't go nowhere, because we're coming back with final words of wisdom from the remarkable Maria Gibbons. We'll be right back.
Thanks for watching the show, and go ahead and check me out on all social media. Remember to like, share, and start a watch party, and run and tell somebody to go ahead and subscribe and ring that bell so you don't miss any powerful information that can help you ignite and take flight in every area of your life. Click on the link now.
All right, and we are back with my phenomenal guest, Miss Maria, the show host of her own show, Maria After Dark. And she does a 5-minute show where she comes on and she inspires people from all over the world so that they feel uplifted, empowered, rejuvenated, and recharged. So with our final words of wisdom tonight, I tell you, you came in, you set the platform on fire, and I thank you for being here tonight. And I'm looking forward to seeing you again and all the remarkable things that you do. So as a final words of wisdom, could you please share your final words of wisdom with our viewers this evening?
Yes, thank you so much. I would like to really just thank Lotus. We've been knowing each other for a long, long time, and we reconnected not long ago. And she has always been a blessing to me. I want to thank her and her staff for allowing me this opportunity. Just like I say, this opportunity I've waited feel like for a lifetime, because everything that we go through, just know, regardless to what you've gone through, everything happens for a reason. So don't feel bad, don't feel sad, don't feel down. Just hold your head up, and whatever you go through, like we say, bounce right back. No matter what you go through, there's spirits in the air that that comes to discourage you, but don't allow it to happen. You hold your head up, let it out, but allow yourself to breathe because you are winning and your life is there for a purpose. Just know that. Just understand. And again, thank Lotus and her staff for um, the platform. She's this. You want to support her, and you want to. She is one that she's always been like this from the first time that I met her. She was always doing big things. Has a humble heart, and she reach out to others like I've never seen before in my life. And I'm not just saying this because I'm on the show. I'm saying this because this is how she's always been. She's a brilliant person. I love so much love to her always. And thank you so very much for this platform. You and your staff, her staff. Oh my God. I enjoyed them so much the other day. I really did. I wanted to talk more, but we was going to have a little fun. I really enjoyed them. Thank you so much for this platform. I appreciate everything. I'll be delighted anytime you would. And you guys support her. She's one of one of the last few originals. That's right. That's right.
Thank you so much. And of course, please make sure you support Maria After Dark. I call her Maria. Some people just call her Maria Gibbons, but I call her Maria, right? Y'all know it's got to like sway to it, right? So listen, make sure y'all support Maria. Make sure you check us out too. That's right. Check us out. And stay tuned for her upcoming books and her upcoming shows, because I'm telling you, it's going to be fire. And so with that, thank you everyone out there for joining us tonight, because we have had a wonderful time. And Maria, hold tight, because you and I are going to talk backstage after the show is completed. But we send everyone love and light. And make sure you join us on Monday night with my show, What News You Can Use, with my fabulous co-host all the way from Chi-Town, the remarkable Miss Hillary Gooden, the queen of the lymphatic bounce. And with much love, let's give them some energy. Woo woo! Mwah! We love you, and we'll see you next time we see you. And remember to ignite and take flight, and do what? Expect the unexpected, and have a good night.
That's the unexpected.
Thanks to the remarkable. Hey, welcome back to the Lotus Crochet Night Show. I am super happy to have you here today. So come on in and get in where you fit in, because I've always got room right around my table for you, your friends, and your frenemies. So go ahead, like, share, start a watch party, run and tell somebody that Lotus Crochet Ignites is hot on the box. I'm going to encourage you, grab your notebook and grab your pen, because I always say note takers are money makers and note takers are change makers. That's right, we have